And Rocky does his cameo. So welcome again, everyone. I'm so happy to see you. We are in our week number 2 of meditation practice together. And first, let's begin with just a moment of centering. So sit comfortably now. Doesn't have to be too tall or anything. You could lie down on the floor as well. Just to bring your attention inward now. I invite you to, whichever part of your body is touching the floor, bring your awareness into that part. Your feet, your hips. If you're laying on the floor or in bed, your whole back can be the whole foundation. And close your eyes a moment if you feel okay with that, or 3/4 closed, and just take 3 full breaths in and out, just to bring yourself to this moment right now. As you breathe in through your nostrils. If you can, breathe out through the nostrils if you can. Breathe in, draw in some energy for this class. Breathe out. Let go of everything you've already done today, this morning, as best you can. Breathe in, grounded, get centered. Breathe out, soften, and let go. And once again, breathe in and breathe out. All right. So we're going to start today with just a little bit of talking and listening, and then we'll get into, I have 3 meditations planned for you today as well. So please sit comfortably right now. I wanted to talk today about 2 main different kinds of meditation, just to give you sort of an overview. So there are what's called calming meditations, and then there's insight meditation. With a calming meditation, you concentrate on your breath or a particular object, a mantra, a visualization, a physical object, or even the physical sensations in your body. And with that, you are developing a one-point focus of the mind. And the benefits are you can feel quieter, you can feel calmer, a more peaceful state of mind, and definitely it improves your concentration. In contrast, traditionally, many people have practiced what's called insight meditation. And this is this idea of developing qualities, virtues, qualities that you would like to live, to be a part of you, to be part of the way you live in your life, such as compassion, wisdom, joy, even in the face of something difficult or challenging, we cultivate the ability to experience these qualities. And with long-term practice, you may develop insights, such as a real understanding of we are all one, we are all connected. Other insights that become clear in new ways are, for example, the dissatisfaction that comes up for us when we cling too much to things or people, or when we constantly push away. Resisting. So these involve what's called direct perception of the nature of reality. And what I want to point out is just that what is common to all these practices is the important thing. Not really the differences. It doesn't really matter which technique you are attracted to use, what resonates with you. And that's why I'm offering a variety of meditations, so that you can kind of experiment and see what clicks with you. And then hopefully that would be the invitation for you to take that and practice it in a more regular fashion. In addition, today I want to talk about 7 most common myths of meditation, or what people think of what is meditation. And the one is meditation is difficult. So this might be rooted in the image of, like swamis living in a cave, esoteric practices for saints and holy men. But in reality, with proper instruction, it can be easy and fun to learn. The reason sometimes it feels really difficult is one, maybe you're trying too hard. We often try too hard, Another one can be that you are overly attached to results. And with that, I think of like a child that plants a seed in a flower pot and is so impatient for the flower to grow, that child doesn't wait, it just keeps digging up the seed and keeps getting disappointed. Why is there no flower? So we need to have patience. And also what can get in the way as an obstacle is the questioning, did I do it right? This self-judging, am I doing it wrong? So basically I want to point out at this time that meditation can be simple, but actually not necessarily, what I like to say, not necessarily all unicorns and rainbows. Because when we finally take the time to stop moving and to practice sitting still, a lot can come up, a lot of emotions, a lot of old hurts, physical, mental, spiritual hurts can come up. And so it can be challenging, it can be difficult. So I don't want to paint this rosy picture that you're always going to meditate and you're always going to come away feeling great. Actually, the point of meditation is not to feel great, really, but the point of meditation is to become more awake in your life, so that whatever arises in your life, the full range of experience, that you're able to hold it, that your container, your physical and mental and heart container is strong enough to hold everything that arises and abide with it. It's a beautiful word, to abide with it. Yeah. And when you do that, each moment becomes more precious. When you drink a glass of water, you really taste it. When you are talking to your loved ones, you are talking and listening. Yeah? When you're eating your food, you're tasting it. So it's this kind of clarity and full experience. There's an expression, full catastrophe living. We come to meet that with a sense of presence and ease, no matter what's going on. Another myth is that you have to quiet your mind in order to meditate. That's a huge myth. You're never going to quiet the thoughts. You're never going to change the nature of your mind. Your mind is meant to think thoughts. So that's what it does. So it's not about stopping your thoughts or emptying the mind. Actually, if you keep doing that, it'll create more stress and more noisy internal chatter. But what we can do is decide how much attention we're going to give those thoughts, right? That's what we can do. So I want you to be assured, even if it feels like, okay, you sat down for a 5-minute meditation and the entire time your mind was like thinking about what shopping you have to do or what cooking you have to do or whatever, until at the end, then all of a sudden you realize, oh, wow, the 5 minutes went by and I was just really thinking. I really wasn't focused on that, on my breath, for example, if that was the object of your meditation. Don't worry, you still gained benefit because that awareness, you shifted just by being aware. Oh, my thinking mind was going and I forgot to stay focused on my breath, if that was your plan. You shifted from ego mind to witness, to being the witness of what's going on up here. And that is a huge thing. That's wonderful. So benefits are there. The third myth is that it takes years of practice to have any benefits of yoga and of meditation. And that's not exactly true. You can have benefits immediately. The first time you meditate ever, and or the first week that you practice. In fact, many scientific studies show that within 8 weeks of practice, there's some really interesting studies about this, they see brain changes, memory improvement. So this idea of neuroplasticity in the brain, meditation affects that. So yeah, you could Google those and read more about those. Okay, myth number 4, meditation is escapism. The real purpose of meditation is not to tune out. In fact, it's to tune into your life, to really be present with every moment of your life. And yogis will say, the ancient, wisdom texts will say that meditation is about getting in touch with your true self, that eternal aspect of yourself that goes beyond all the ever-changing external circumstances of your life. Okay, myth number 5. I don't have time to meditate. Well, you know that CEOs of very large companies do it every day. Think about Oprah Winfrey. And really, in life's paradoxical way, when we meditate, we find we have more time. As people stick with meditation, they're able to accomplish more in less time. They get into a zone. Right? There's less struggle. You spend more time in the flow. All right, on to number 6. Meditation is a spiritual or religious practice. Also a myth. Meditation is a practice that takes us behind the chatter, the noisy chatter of the mind, into a place of stillness and silence. And it doesn't require a specific religious belief. In fact, of course, many agnostics or atheists do practice that without, and people who do practice a religion, a particular religion, have no conflict. There's no conflict with the beliefs. Basically, as I mentioned, this ability to meditate, to sit still, to stay, and to abide with what arises, enriches all of our lives. And number 7, the myth is this thing, some people think, oh, I'm supposed to have transcendent experiences when I am meditating. Now, that could happen, but the real benefits are what occur in your everyday life. In the other hours of the day, when you're off your meditation seat, you're off your meditation cushion, and you carry some of that stillness, and silence, and compassion from the practice, right? All that you cultivated from your practice, you carry that with you into the rest of the day. Hopefully allowing us to be more creative, more centered, compassionate, loving to ourselves and everyone else in our world. All right, so now let's jump right into our warm-up meditation. This one is going to be a 3-minute. I'll use the egg timer. And what I'd like you to do now is sit to the middle front of your chair. Place your feet on the floor. Some people like to take a block or anything that you'd like to raise the feet up a little bit on the block. So if that's something you wish to try, you can go ahead and do that. Take a moment to manually roll your thighs in and pull the fleshy part out. It just makes the base of your pelvis a little bit broader, easier to sit up. Draw the lower lumbar spine in and up. So the top of your sacrum draws into the body a little bit. That's that triangular bone at the base of the spine. Hands can rest on the lap. From that grounding in the lower body, please lengthen in your spine. Yeah. So you have a long side body. The shoulders move up and back. Sternum lifts. You might feel the bottom tips of the blades gliding down and forward to lift the heart a little bit. And keeping all of that, let the sides of your throat draw back a little bit, and base of your skull, the occipital bone, draws up a little bit. Soften the lower jaw away from the upper jaw. Let the tip of your tongue rest behind the front palate. And keeping all of that. So it's very intentional, right? How we're sitting. You can take your gaze 3/4 of the way down. Gaze at a point on the floor. You can also close your eyes if that feels okay for you. So for 3 minutes now, what I'd like you to do is visualize the breath, the in-breath and the out-breath. It's going to travel in a figure 8. The in-breath will start at the base of your spine, the tailbone. Imagine it moves up your spine, through your throat, up the front of your face. And then as you exhale, it moves down the back of your head, through your throat, and down the front spine. So let's begin that together. Inhale. Visualize the breath starting from the base of your spine. It moves up the back of the spine, through the throat, up the front of your face. And then as you exhale, it moves down the back of your head, through your throat, down the front chest. Inhale from the base of your spine, up the back body, through your throat, up the front of the face. Exhale, down the back of your head, through your throat to the front chest and down the belly to the starting point. Continue in that way, following the breath in this figure 8 pattern. Magnetize the energy to your spine, enliven your spine. Now you can gently release that, open your eyes, move any part of your body that needs to move. So, well done. I like to start with a 3-minute meditation because it's a reminder how powerful and how full 3 minutes can actually feel. I mean, I personally can feel a shift even in that 3 minutes. Just a real settling. Good. All right. The next meditation we're going to do is a mantra meditation. So I'll just talk for a couple minutes about what is mantra, and then we'll go right into it. So mantra has two parts. Man, meaning mind. Tra, meaning instrument, tool. It can also mean to protect. So a mantra, you can think of it as an instrument of the mind, a powerful sound vibration. It can be a single syllable, it can be a phrase, many different mantras, right? A vibration, really, that you can use to enter a deep state of meditation. And when mantras are silently repeated, they help us disconnect with the thoughts filling our mind and help us to slip into the gap between the thoughts. We talked about that last week, and we did a meditation. Remember the 4 parts of the breath, where we did the inhale, the pause, that gap, the exhale, and the pause. Remember that. So think of mantra as ancient power words with subtle intentions that help us connect to spirit, source of everything in the universe. Really, when you think about it, the power of thought is huge. It can be used for good, it can be used for bad. Mantra helps us direct the power of thought to beneficial directions. So we can use it in a way that helps us and others become more alert and loving and aware. So what I like about this next one, we're going to use this mantra, So Hum Sa. So Hum Sa. It is Sanskrit, and it has to do with the concept of oneness. Literally translated, So Hum, I am that. Hum Sa, that I am, which means we are all connected to the universal energy. And what's nice about this practice, it has some movement. So your hands will rest on your lap, palms up. You'll breathe in for 4 and breathe out for 4 through your nostrils, if you can. As you breathe in, you'll close your fingers. As you breathe out, you'll open the fingers. So that will continue very softly throughout the meditation. And again, it's going to be So Hum Sa. But it'll be like this. It'll be So, the hands come in. Hum, the hands open out. Hum, the fingers close. Sa, the fingers open. So it'll be very nice and slow, and I'll guide you through. So once again, be sure your posture is good. Make sure if you need to just do a little bit of a stretch before we go into the next one, feel free to do that. Arms up, interlace your hands, just to stretch a little bit. And once again, ground the feet, ground the seat. And the hands are going to be palms up for this one. And I'll use my timer on my phone. So you'll hear a chime when the 6 minutes are up. This one's going to be twice as long as the one we just did. So we will begin now. Palms are up. Inhale, slow count to 4, and the word is So. Exhale, hum, opening the fingers. Inhale, hum, close the fingers. Exhale, sa, open the fingers. Inhale, so, closing fingers. Exhale, hum. Inhale, hum. Exhale, sa. Lean back a little bit. Inhale, hum. Exhale, sa. Inhale, so. Exhale, hum. Inhale, so. Exhale, hum. Inhale, hum. Exhale, sigh. And continue at your own pace. It might be slower or faster. Continue to lengthen your spine, lift your sternum, lean back a little bit. Make sure your jaw is soft. Now you can stop that meditation, release that mantra practice. Well done, that was 6 minutes. And feel free again to move any part of your body. Go ahead and take a stretch. One thing I like to do when sitting in the chair is I like to do a seated, what I call a seated cat-cow. So I'll just show you what that is. With hands on knees, I round, I press my spine back, I tuck my chin into my chest. And then I inhale and I arch the spine and I take my heart forward, elbows back. And then I press my knees and I round, chin to chest, my spine moves back, my navel moves back. And then I inhale and I bring my heart forward and I squeeze my elbows back. It's a nice one to do, just to move the energy in the spine. Yeah, another nice one to do, let's just do a little more. Ankle to knee, lengthening your spine and gently bow forward. This is good for your hips. And then other side, very gently, ankle to knee. With your both hips on the floor, you flex the top foot. Maybe rock the leg a little bit and maybe bow the torso a little bit forward. This will open up the outer hip rotators. Good, nice, really good. And finally, if you'd like to do a seated forward fold, it's a nice one. Nod the head yes, nod the head no. And then walk your hands back up your knees. Great. All right, so now what I want to talk about with you is different sensations that can arise. Oh, and before we go on to that new topic, I did want to say that So Hum Sa mantra is a nice one to choose when you feel the need for protection, support, love. So it's a nice one to do at this current time in the world, I think. All right, so different sensations. Now I'm really hoping that many of you were able to practice daily the 5-minute meditation this first week. And I know that it is hard to make that commitment. So I encourage you to do it earlier in the day than later, because the day has a way of running away with us. In fact, there's a fun method you can use to really make sure you do it. And it's called RPM. And what that means is rise, P, meditate. In other words, incorporate it as part of your morning routine. I'm not saying you have to do it in the morning. If you're not a morning person, then don't do it. But as I said, to make sure it gets done instead of letting the day run away with you, you get up, you make your coffee or tea, brush your teeth, meditate, or whatever order your day usually goes in, slip it in there. I always say, you don't ask yourself, you don't say, oh, should I brush my teeth today? No, you just do it. You don't think about it. You don't give yourself an out. You just brush your teeth. So do it like that, if you can. All right, now back to the sensations. You might experience tears or crying. And I want to bring up these sensations for you so it doesn't feel scary and it doesn't feel alarming. Just so you know, it's all under the umbrella of normal, what can arise when you actually sit to meditate. Well, the tears that come up really can be old stuff that is looking for a way to release. You think of it as they just needed a way out, and you finally gave the emotions a space to allow it to release. Maybe it's sadness, maybe it's just loss, waiting for that opportunity to be released. You don't have to think about why, you don't have to analyze it, you don't have to get involved with it, just allow it to happen. Many people, when they start meditating, they have difficulty staying awake. That's normal. Maybe get more sleep. Maybe get a little more sleep. But think about it, all our lives, when we close our eyes, if we sit quietly or we lay down quietly, that's how we prepare for sleep. So the body's conditioned for that. So it can take a little time, be patient with yourself so your body can adjust to what it is that we're doing. And that will ease up. You can experience spontaneous movements in the body, like twitching. Also normal. It will dissipate. Think about it as energy that's just needing to get out of the body. Also ticklish sensations. You can have that. You can have waves of energy, waves of pain. You might be sitting and all of a sudden you get a pain in your knee, pain in the shoulder, in the neck. Sometimes, again, it's old stuff just waiting to come out. So give it a few breaths and wait and see if it dissipates. You can also feel free to change your position. I want you to be comfortable. There's no point in sitting in pain because then you won't want to do your meditation. So feel free to change your position and adjust any way that you need to. Don't feel stuck in your position. And if something continues, like if you feel nausea that does not go away or dizziness, then of course you'll seek medical advice. Lastly, I want to talk about sometimes people have a sense of expansion, like that there are no boundaries of skin. And that is possible, again, under the umbrella of normal. The body, the orientation of the body can feel very different. All right. Now, finally, our last meditation is a Buddhist meditation, thousands of years old. It's called metta meditation. It's loving kindness meditation. It has 4 parts. I will talk you through the entire thing. 4 parts, 4 phrases. And it's a wonderful, really, I love this one. It's one of my favorites. Wonderful choice when you want to build compassion for yourself and or others in your life. Maybe you're having difficulty with someone in your life and you want to work on that in your own way. So it really helps reducing negative emotions toward yourself and others. So for this one, feel free to lie down. If at this point you're like, I just really need to lie down, I'm tired of sitting, do that. If you want to stay sitting, but you're tired and you need the support of the back of the chair, feel free to use that. Otherwise, we'll go to the traditional way of sitting, the middle of the chair toward the front of the chair. Feet are grounded, hips are grounded, hands can rest on lap. From that grounding, lengthen in your spine, float the shoulders up and back, sides of throat back. Imagine there's a string pulling through the top crown of your head. So it's very tall, it's very intentional. And this one is going to be a 10-minute meditation. So we'll begin right away. You'll hear chimes at the end. I'll bring a chime to start too. Draw your attention inward. Close your eyes 3/4 of the way or all the way to your liking. We begin by sending loving kindness to ourselves. May I be protected and safe. May I be protected and safe. May I be contented and pleased. May I be contented and pleased. May my body hold me up in strength. May my body hold me up in strength. May my life unfold slowly and with ease. May my life unfold slowly and with ease. And now please think of someone you love very much. Visualize them in your mind and your heart. And send them some loving kindness. May you be protected and safe. May you be protected and safe. May you be contented and pleased. May you be contented and pleased. May your body hold you up in strength. May your body hold you up in strength. May your life unfold slowly and with ease. May your life unfold slowly and with ease. And now please think of someone with whom you're more of an acquaintance. It might be your neighbor, a mail carrier, a bank teller, a colleague at work, and send them some loving kindness. May you be protected and safe. May you be protected and safe. May you be contented and pleased. May you be contented and pleased. May your body hold you up in strength. May your body hold you up in strength. May your life unfold slowly and with ease. May your life unfold slowly and with ease. And now please think of someone with whom you're having difficulty. It may not even be someone you know personally. It can be someone out in the universe. Maybe it's someone you haven't spoken to in many years and no longer wish to. know that this practice is not about condoning behavior or forgiving in this moment. It is about extending compassion, learning how to do that. So please think of that person and to the best of your ability, send them some loving kindness today. May you be protected and safe. May you be protected and safe. May you be contented and pleased. May you be contented and pleased. May your body hold you up in strength. May your body hold you up in strength. May your life unfold slowly and with ease. May your life unfold slowly and with ease. And now, knowing you've sent out a lot of loving kindness into the world, let's just sit together for one more minute. Just sitting, just breathing. Now is the time. You can now let that practice go, that metta practice go. So bravo to all of you. You just did a 10-minute meditation. And if you add that with the 6-minute and the 3-minute that we did, you've done 19 minutes of meditation today. So well done. Bravo. I know I went a little bit over, a few minutes over our class time, so apologies for that. But before you go, if you have to go, if you can't stay for the Q&A after, I want you to know that I'll be sending this video, and I will also be sending a 10-minute video for you to practice. So I'll stop the video now.